It stopped raining. The sun has come out. It's looking nice. Look, there's hardly any snow over there on that mountain. And this is a sunflower update. I did a video about how I plant my sunflowers a couple days ago. And let's see how it's doing. Oh, here's one right here. Oh, there's one right there. There's a couple over here. Right there. There's another red one over there. Let's see. So there's one right there. There's one that popped up right there. So they're popping up, and it's only been a couple days. There's another one. I can see them everywhere. There's that original one that was from a seed that got left from last year. As soon as I saw that pop up is when I started planting it. So I know that that is the oldest one here. So I planted a bunch. Oh, there's one right there. There's another one over there. There's one right there. So they're popping up. They're coming around. I blocked this off and that end off. Look how green the crabapple is getting. Planted my corn in there because the toilet paper rolls do not hold together. So that's the corn. So I'm gonna leave that dandelion because I don't really care if dandelions grow in my yard. I just don't like these things. These weeds. And I pull those out. That's a sunflower from last year. That's funny. So it's another one. Oh, there's another one. So I might have a couple sunflowers. There's another one right there that's starting to peek out. I'll have probably a few sunflowers here. My yellow plum tree is looking pretty good. I see like a little start coming out from the bottom down there. I do not know what that is. That's why I have not pulled it out yet. As soon as I identify it, then I'll figure it out. That right there is an echinacea. And that looks like a tulip that didn't develop. Look at that beautiful tulip. Oh, it's so pretty. Let's see what else we have going on in here. That looks like a weed. That's an echinacea or coneflower. Look how pretty that one is. That's another echinacea right there, and there's another echinacea. Some pretty little purple flowers. I planted these a couple years ago, and that's what I got. Here's the other crabapple tree that's got another green arm coming up under. This one looks really good. So my trees are going to do well. I don't need a very big blockade because my dog is fat. Slightly overweight, excuse me. He's slightly overweight. Look at the asparagus popping up though. Look at that, how much it's grown since the last time. Pull that weed out. There we go. And then those are the beets that I planted a few days ago. That's an echinacea coneflower. Pretty sure that one's purple. Pink. Purple, whatever. That one's a white one. I don't remember what those two are. One of those is orange. I can't remember what the other one was. These are the green onions. Look, it's already got a bloom, so I'm going to harvest those blooms. I'm probably going to pull some of these out and gift them, and use some and gift some, because I have quite a bit. So I'll pull, but I'm probably not going to pull the ones that are blooming, the ones that have a petal on it. I'll leave those so that I can harvest them. Look at all the, there's one iris right there. Look at the lilies. So 6 of the lilies did well. I'll have to replace one. I mean, that's a bloom, but it's kind of disappointing. But this one was gorgeous. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. Super pretty. The irises are actually going to bloom this year. These ones probably won't have a flower because they're not old enough. That's the bachelor buttons. I planted a bunch of marigolds and zinnias, and we'll see what happens in this bed. This one, because these have been here for a couple years, I noticed today that I'm probably going to have a bloom. Like that one right there looks like it's going to bloom a flower. And I thought I saw a couple blooms. Maybe it was in this one. This one's been here way longer, so I should get a bloom out of this one. And what I've discovered with the irises is I've had them here for 4 years. Those ones out there are babies from my batch back here. I originally planted them here 4 years ago. Last year I had 2 blooms. This year I have one that's going to happen right there. There's one back there. There's one coming out right there. There's one down there. So I'm going to have more blooms this year. And I think the reason, see that one right there. I think the reason why they didn't bloom was because they didn't start watering early enough. Because it snows here till May. So as soon, on the days it doesn't snow, I need to water. And I did that this time. And now I'm getting the blooms. Look how big the carrots have gotten in like 3 days. That's a potato. I had to plant the peas there. I got to build like some kind of trellis or something. I'm going to move those. So I got to put something there. I haven't figured it out yet. It's not ready. And I got other stuff popping up. Yay! This is Fort Knox. I want this to really bloom. The deer kept eating it, so I want it to get really strong before I uncover it. Onions coming in here, which I can't believe those other ones are blooming a flower head when I planted these ones 4 years ago. And these usually get my flower on it. This one probably will. Because I'm going to let this turn into an onion bed. And slowly pull these ones out of here. And I'm going to try to transplant a few, see if it works. If I can transplant them, then I'll just transplant as many as I can. But I'm still going to let some of these bloom here so I can get the seeds. Because I want them. This is looking good. I'm supposed to deadhead those. I'll probably cut that one off. This, for 3 years, I've been trying to grow lavender. And that's the only thing I've had in this pot. And I'm looking like I got a few starts. But this is what it looked like last year. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. These are all, these went through I transplanted them, so they went through their shock. And I'll wait a little while longer and I'll peel their dead off. It's looking pretty good. These ones I know bloom white flowers. And I'm not 100% sure what all that baby stuff is down there, so I'm just letting it grow. Because who knows? This was a mixed flower. Hardly anything came up last year. For some reason, this is what's popping up, so I'm just going to let it ride. My strawberry bed is literally doing nothing. Nothing. And I planted all new strawberry starts in here like a week or so ago, and I'm not seeing any life except for that one from last year. And none of these look like they're gonna come back. So maybe the deer, when they ate my flower bed last year, maybe they just killed that off, and I only got that one that lived. So that's what I'm thinking. Look how much I have to weed. I weed all this. Like, I slowly work it back, as you can see, like the gravel. Takes me like a month or so, but I slowly work it back. I mow that when it gets tall enough to really mow it. I mow it, which is getting that way. And then after I mow it, I try to pull out the grass chunks, but they come back every year. But I try to get as much of it out as I can. And look at all that I gotta mow. I'm gonna build I'm still building the garden. Lucifer. There's a dead dog in the garden. What are you doing? Handsome. But you don't look handsome doing that. Okay, and then my mint. See, I've been slowly working it back, but Bruce tries to leave his toys in my stuff, so. This was rosemary. I'm not seeing any life coming off of it, so I'm probably gonna have to do something else. This is my mint, the spearmint, but I'm not seeing any life. That's that lily that's doing fantastic that I planted over here that I didn't know what it was. I think it's a spider lily. And then my irises. This is another thing. I started to paint this, and then it was just a test, and then look, already the paint chipped. Because I wanted to paint it this dark color. So, I don't know what I'm going to do. Try something else. This is 4 o'clock. And the only life I see is that one back there, and I see one over there. I'm not really seeing anything else. Oh, well, maybe right there. We'll see. My mint. I'm seeing like a little bit of life. Oh, right there. This one is the chocolate mint. This one's the chocolate mint. Oh, finally. I think this is the regular mint. I'm not seeing any life yet, though. I see something back there, but I don't trust that. I want to see some actually green, like that chocolate piece. That makes me so happy. This is the orange. Let's see. Oh, maybe right there. Maybe. It's hard to tell. That's my big tree that I have to transplant. And then there's some more mint that I have down in there in case my other mint don't come back. This is the pineapple mint, and that I think is a weed. This back here, I'm not sure what that is. But I pinched one of those leaves off and smelled it, and it doesn't smell like mint at all. And I'm just not seeing. Maybe. Not yet. Not seeing nothing yet. This could be anything. Basil, parsley, cilantro, dill. It could be anything. I got stuff popping up in there all over the place. I don't know. And then my daffodils are doing good. Look how tall I'm changing all this. That's my pink mum. This is my daisy. I got those two big green bushes are echinacea. Both of them are pink. And then that tall, scringy looking thing clearly is asparagus. I need to go and cut those because I want more asparagus to grow. I let them get really tall like that. This is their 4th year and they're still spindly. So we'll see. And then this, I've got a couple blooms coming off this. I've had these irises for something bit that one. What the heck? That's weird. I've had these irises for 8 years. Every time I pack them up and take them with, take a few with me everywhere I go, and I plant them, and then I just take a few when I leave because my son's junk rocks. Just absolute, and the garbage he picks up walking around. He throws it in that container, and then I got to pick all the glass and garbage and nastiness out of it. He does the same thing I do. He can't help it. Oh, the wind's starting to pick up now. Oh, thunder. Listen to that. Oh, look how dark that is. Ooh, that was a lot of thunder. Thunder, thunder, thunder. I was weeding, but got a little sunflower going out here. Oh, that's what I want to check on. I need to come out here and check on, because I throw sunflowers out here too, but I don't really play too much in this area. But that is a handful of mimosa seeds, and whichever one grows and looks the best, I'm gonna keep. Oh, it takes 25 years, I think, for them to mature. Alrighty, so see you on the next update.